Hello, I'm Mari Wines.
And I'm Chris Ristau, and we're going to bring you a 2021 January market update. Contra Costa County had 445 sales in the month of December. Average sales price, $921,000. I have great news though. Over half of those homes were under $700,000. Highest priced property in the good old Blackhawk at $5.9 million, and lowest price was at $180,000, a two-bedroom fixer-upper in Richmond.
So if we narrow sales down to just East Contra Costa County, which is where we saw people coming from everywhere this past year.
Yeah, everywhere.
San Francisco, Silicon Valley, they don't have to be in the office anymore. So everyone's coming east to get more bang for their buck. So if we're looking at just East County, there were 113 sales so far in January. So 25% of total sales were in East County. This covers Bay Point, Antioch, Pittsburgh, Oakley and Brentwood,
Bethel Island, and Knightson.
Yes, those also. So average sales price in East County is $640,000, but half of those sales were below $579,000. The highest priced property was in Brentwood for $1.3 million, and the lowest priced property was a two-bedroom townhouse in Pittsburgh for $225,000. So as you can see, there's a home to fit every budget and every need, and we're gonna pass this over to Michael for a lending update.
Michael Gordon here, bringing you this month's lending update. Now, I want to talk to you about mortgage loans and forbearance and how it affects the market. Now, a forbearance is postponing payments on a mortgage, and a lot of people fear that this will ultimately cause a catastrophic drop in home values if these end up in foreclosure. Now, here's the news. The number of new forbearance plans are starting to slow compared to before the holidays, and as of January 12th, Black Knight estimates that 5.1% of active conventional mortgages nationwide are in forbearance plans, and 3.3% of government-sponsored loans are in forbearance. Now, last year, 53.8% of homeowners nationwide have 50% or more equity in their homes, which means a good portion of those that are in forbearance plans likely will have more options available to them to keep their homes even when extensions for these plans are no longer granted. So the fallout might not be nearly as bad as people think. And if you've been on the fence waiting to purchase because you think the market is going to crash, well, the fact is prices are actually likely to keep going up in the markets where supply is low and demand is high. What's helping with that? Mortgage rates. We saw a little volatility the last few weeks, and it's looking like we hit a floor for interest rates. And there's very little chance of rates getting better, and bond analysts are actually anticipating higher interest rates later this year. So if you haven't refinanced in the last 3 to 6 months, you likely have a great opportunity to save. And if you're purchasing a home, you still have the lowest interest rates in history to enjoy nice low monthly payments. If you have any more questions, you need any help with this, please give us a call. And now back to the studio.
Thank you, Michael, for the amazing lending update. We truly appreciate it. Now I'm going to give you an overall market update. There was actually a survey given out to some economists, and they basically came to the conclusion that over the next 5 years, we're expecting over $54,000 in equity throughout the nation. Great news for the Bay Area. We usually run a little bit higher than all of those numbers. The other big thing that you're going to see is, I know Michael talked about forbearance payments and people making their payments now and not. For most people who are not making their payments, they're not going to go into foreclosure. What they're going to do is they're going to end up selling their house. And as a matter of fact, we need more inventory. Not that we don't want to see people to make their payments, but at the end of the day, to balance out the market we're currently in, we need more inventory.
Yeah, I actually have a couple clients right now who are in forbearance. They haven't made their payment since June or July. And rather than foreclosing, like a lot of people are expecting there to be a crash, we're actually still going to sell their homes and they're still going to make a good amount of money. So, which is great, more inventory, because the more houses we sell, the more we can give back to our community. And I'm just going to let Chris touch a little bit on how we are doing that.
Absolutely, I appreciate that, Mari. With our community, I want to go back to last year. We helped over 500 foster youth locally with such an amazing accomplishment. Thank you to all of your hard work. We were able to buy laptops, school supplies, jackets, you name it. It really means a lot that you put your trust and faith in us to allow us to help you out.
Hey guys, I'm Nick Smith with E3 Realty and Loans. Just want to tell you about my new listing, 610 Allagash Court in Oakley, California. Let me tell you about it real quick. This home offers over 2,600 square feet of living space. We have 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, an amazing loft upstairs, an island so big in the kitchen you gotta swim to it, a fully landscaped backyard. It's really a beautiful home. If you guys want to have some more questions or you're interested, give me a call below.
I want to start sharing case studies with all of you on each E3 news segment to kind of show you the true value of investing in real estate and how it might work for you and your future. So my favorite case study from this past year, 2020, were clients of mine who had purchased a home in Antioch for $190,000 back in 2013, 1,500 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath house. This past year, we sold that same home for them for $460,000. With that equity, they were able to buy their dream forever huge home in Brentwood near the schools they want to be around for $635,000. But because their return on investment was so high from that first property, their monthly payment was exactly the same in this big house as it was in their very first investment. And that's a pattern we see quite often. That home closed in May, and since then they've gained another $55,000 in equity. So time and time again, we see these success stories, which is the most rewarding thing we get to witness here at E3. Real estate continues to be the tried and true investment if you have the right professionals guiding you through the process.
Today we're talking about how to buy and sell your home at the same time. And I can see the look on your face because some of you are having flashbacks to how you felt when you bought your home. And let's just say we understand. It was a crazy process getting pre-approved, shopping for your home, finally getting your offer accepted, only for the real craziness to begin once you got into escrow. Getting your documents together, ordering your inspections, the appraisal, waiting for your approval, all trying to coordinate every little detail while feeling like you had very little control. Needless to say, it's normal to feel a bit overwhelmed at the thought of doing it again while adding a whole other house to the process. With that said, we got you. Most of the people we help are in the exact same position as you. Whether you're moving up, downsizing, or maybe changing areas, we have trained professionals here to help you create a custom strategy that will be aimed to help reduce stress, maximize profits, and get you your next dream home all at the same time. To learn more about your options, please feel free to contact our office. Back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. Learning about contingencies is so important in this market. And thank all of you for watching. We can't wait to see you next month.
See you next month.